Velma, did you finish paying for the things I mentioned this morning?
Are you referring to Erica's cell phone bill and her tutor's fee? If that's what you mean, then yes, I did. Unfortunately, because of that, most of the money I earned from my part-time job is gone.
Why are you complaining? That was the only reason I allowed you to work part-time, right?
Yeah, whatever. Understood. So, what do you want? You didn't message me just to confirm that, did you?
Oh, how did you know?
A good guess. But the fact that you went to the trouble of messaging me means that you have something else you want to talk about, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't have contacted me.
Yes, you got me. Well, I'll just tell you what I want. We're going on a family vacation soon, and I need you to save up the money for it.
If it's a family vacation, why do I have to be the one to save up all the money for it? Also, this is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Well, I'm telling you now, aren't I? So don't spend the money from your job today and save it, okay? Of course, you'll still have to pay your sister's bills, though.
Hold on a minute. This is so unfair. Don't just decide how I spend my money on your own. If you don't at least tell me the date for the trip, I won't be able to save anything.
It's going to be on your sister's birthday. She wants to go to the spa. It's the perfect gift, right?
Wait, her birthday is 6 months from now. Am I seriously the only one who's going to pay for this trip? There's no way I can save enough cash for a spa vacation for the four of us.
Don't worry. You don't have to save for 4 people. Just enough for me, your father, and your sister.
What? What about me?
Hmm? What do you mean? Don't tell me you think you're coming with us?
What do you mean? It's a family vacation, right? Obviously, I'll be going too. Especially since I'm the one paying for it.
Surely you aren't serious, right? We're talking about a family getaway, you know? Why do you think you deserve to go on a vacation with us?
Well, yeah, I kinda did think that. I guess I misunderstood when you said it was a family trip. You only care about my talented and beautiful sister Erica. I'm too inadequate for you guys. I totally forgot. So stupid of me.
I never said those words. I may think that, but I never said that. Don't put words in my mouth. But I wouldn't say you're too far off. Your role in the house is to provide the family with money. You're not a complete failure. Your sister needs a lot of money. Your job is to provide her with it. So we need you to pull your weight and help her out.
Was that the reason you let me go to high school? Because high school graduates get paid more than middle school dropouts? I have such a wonderful family, huh?
You're not as bright as your sister, but you're definitely not stupid. So you can probably get into a good company, right? If you keep working part-time while studying, then we won't have any problems.
Yes, whatever you say. I will devote myself to being your cash cow.
That's a given. There's no other reason why I let you stay in our house.
You don't have to remind me. I'll save up the money for your family vacation. But I'll have to start a new part-time job for a short while. So you'll have to sign an application for me to submit to the school.
Why? Didn't we already submit one before for part-time work? Besides, wouldn't your savings be enough to pay for the trip?
I'm telling you this because my savings and my current job are not enough. Also, I have to apply again to start a new part-time job. I know it's a pain, but all you have to do is sign it. Please. If you don't, I won't be able to save up enough.
Well, if that's how it is, I guess I have to. I'll sign it for you, and when you get the application, give it to me.
You quickly forget anything if it has something to do with me. Thanks though. I can print out the form I need, so please sign it whenever you can. I'll bring the application as soon as possible.
Yeah, whatever, I don't need you telling me what to do. Also, don't do anything strange while we're on vacation, okay? It would be terrible if we came home and the house was in worse condition than when we left.
I know, I know.
Velma? What is happening right now?
Oh, you're back? Welcome home.
Forget about that. Why is your room empty? And you didn't do any of the tasks I assigned to you. Where are you, and why did you leave the house in this condition?
I'm at home in England.
What? England? What are you talking about?
Oh, you don't know since you cut ties with him? I'm at Uncle Calvin's house.
What? How could you possibly be with him right now? How do you even know where he is?
Wow, you're getting angry, huh? Well, you do kind of hate him, right? Because he was always better than you at everything.
That's not what I'm addressing right now, is it? I'm asking why you're at Calvin's house.
I'm not exactly sure why you're asking. Because I'm going to skip a grade and go straight to university in the UK. At the same university where my uncle studied a long time ago.
What? You're the one skipping a grade? And going to the university where Calvin went?
Yes, I am skipping a grade. And I earned my high school diploma for it. I've been working hard all this time.
If you're going to fabricate stories, you need a much better lie. I couldn't even manage to get into the same university as him. How could a failure like you possibly get in? You are not even that smart.
I'm not lying. If you don't believe me, I can show you the acceptance letter. In fact, it just arrived yesterday. I just finished putting it in a frame in my new room.
You're joking, right? This can't be a failure like you. If I couldn't do it, there's no way you can.
Well, it turns out I'm not as big of a failure as you think I am. I put in the work, and this is the result. When you were a student, that's something you weren't capable of, it seems. And the more I think about it, does this mean that I'm better than you?
Excuse me? Do you think you can mock me? Your uncle is influencing you to say all of this, isn't he? Come home now.
You don't have to believe it if you don't want to. But I'll stay here in England. I can't think of a single good reason for me to return there. Even if I do come back to the States. It will be after I graduate from college.
I have some bad news for you. I don't know what Calvin told you, but you can't do that. Even if it's true that you got into that university.
And why is that?
You need parental consent to obtain a student visa as a minor. Obviously, you're too oblivious to know that.
The irony here is quite striking. You're obviously too ignorant to realize that you already took care of it for me.
I didn't take care of anything. I didn't even know you were going there. What are you saying?
Because you didn't even remember signing the parental consent form for the visa, did you? You were signing it right in front of me.
I didn't. I would never do such a thing.
No, you did. Remember when I asked you to sign the application for a second part-time job? I guess you didn't check what you were actually signing.
You can't be serious right now. Did you deceive me to get me to sign your visa application?
Let's try to calm down a bit. You didn't look at the application I handed to you, it seems. You genuinely didn't notice? That's actually quite amusing.
Stop playing games with me. How dare you deceive your mother like that? I had no idea you were such a sneaky little brat. I didn't know what I was signing, so it must be invalid.
You're the one who should stop playing around. If you signed it, that means you agreed to it. You can't retract it now. Besides, I already have a visa. It's your fault for not properly examining it when I gave it to you.
Listen to me right now. I'm telling you that visa is invalid because I never willingly consented to it. If I say it's invalid, then it's invalid. You don't have the right to defy me. Your life is going to be a complete nightmare if you don't listen to me and come back home right now.
Home? That's not my home. It's a house where I was treated like a servant. For almost my entire life in that home, I wasn't treated like family. You said it yourself.
Don't talk to me like that. Do you have any idea what's going to happen if you don't keep bringing home money for us? We need you with us, without a doubt.
I think I'll pass on that. If my meager part-time job paychecks were what was keeping you guys afloat, you're in real trouble. You should, for once in your life, figure things out on your own and stop thinking of me as your personal ATM. Well, I'll leave you guys to your family time. See you later.
Calvin, how dare you take my daughter away from me? What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't recall ever giving you my contact information.
What does that matter? Will you answer me? How could you take my daughter from me?
If it's about her studying abroad, it's what she wants. Don't try to act like her mother now after everything you've done.
I don't have to pretend because I am her mother. I'm not some stranger. Every parent has the right to intervene and express concerns about their daughter's life.
You say that even though you treated her like a servant and your personal ATM. Your parenting skills are quite impressive, I must say. If I were in her place, I would have cut ties with you a long time ago. You should be grateful she put up with you for as long as she did.
How I raise my child is none of your business. How dare you do such a thing after all these years? When you were the one who severed ties with me in the first place?
Yes, I did cut ties with you. It was one of the best decisions I've ever made, to be honest. Despite being your sister, you are an awful person. But I never cut ties with Velma. I don't know how she turned out so well with you as her mother.
You've always been such a bothersome brother. This is no different from kidnapping.
Did you forget that you signed the consent form? Don't tell me that your precious daughter handed you something to sign. And you didn't bother to read it? Are you serious? Are you that careless? Or do you really not care about your daughter that much?
Then let Erica study abroad too. She's my pride and joy. And she's far better than Velma. Obviously, you and Velma should pay for her study abroad expenses, right? If you do that, I'll forgive you.
I'm sorry, but that's not possible. I mean, why should I pay for her to study abroad? She's nowhere near as intelligent as Velma.
You clearly know nothing. She's a little Einstein. If you have enough money to cover Velma's study abroad expenses, then there shouldn't be a problem.
It's not about the money. You expect me to pay for a self-centered niece like Erica? There's nothing I want less than having her come here. And having to pay for her on top of it.
Do you have a problem with my lovely Erica?
You bet I do. All she does is complain. She would hate it here from the moment she arrived. I don't need someone like that in my life. She's just like you. Besides, hate to break it to you, but she's not that bright to begin with.
If Velma can do it, why can't Erica? Erica is superior in every way.
I don't know how you feel about what I'm about to say, but Velma has been working hard for this opportunity since middle school. She is in a league of her own compared to those who have been spoiled or aren't as gifted. Erica doesn't even come close to being on the same level as Velma.
That's just nonsense. Erica is a genius. That's why I've showered her with love and attention, unlike Velma. We've invested everything we have in that girl, okay?
So what? All that love and attention has turned her into a self-centered, arrogant brat. Congratulations, well done. Are you going to tell me that you neglected Velma because you were too busy focusing on Erica?
Yes, that's exactly it. I couldn't afford to invest time and money in a failure like her.
I can't believe you can call yourself a mother with a straight face. That's absolutely terrible. You both judged them and arbitrarily decided which one was better or worse. Assuming that Velma is a failure when she's far better than all of you.
It's not an assumption. Velma simply doesn't have any talent. We did nothing wrong. This proves Velma is a bad child.
Of course, you did. It's wrong to discriminate against your children. I can't believe I even have to say that. You don't deserve to be a parent after everything you've done to her.
It has been several months since I escaped from my parents. Currently, I reside with my uncle and attend college in England. Adjusting to cultural differences, environmental changes, and various other challenges has become a part of my life now. I am sincere when I say that it can be quite challenging at times. Nevertheless, I am determined to repay my uncle's kindness by dedicating myself to my studies and becoming a respectable adult in the future. Both in parenting and in life in general, my parents have proven to be utter failures. I cannot express how relieved I am to have finally distanced myself from them. My parents basically compelled Erica to pursue studies abroad. They would say things like, if your sister, who is a failure, can do it, then you should be able to do it even better. Their intention was to somehow retaliate against me by having Erica study at a higher level institution than the one I am attending. It was clear that my sister, who had been excessively indulged, would not be able to cope with the demanding academic workload. I recently learned that she hardly ever leaves the house after failing all of her exams. To be honest, I feel a twinge of guilt. Erica might have had potential, but it was all squandered due to the excessive pampering by my parents. She never had the opportunity to stand on her own, and this is the unfortunate result. I cannot help but believe that realizing one's potential depends on both personal effort and the surrounding environment, regardless of how much talent one possesses. I firmly believe that talent can only be developed through hard work. If my parents had spoiled me instead of her, my sister and I would have found ourselves in opposite positions. With this realization, I will not rest complacently, but will continue to diligently pursue my goals.